Hello, so today we're going to talk about self-trust, and we're going to really talk about the most important thing that you need to believe and have within you for your self-trust. This comes down to being able to navigate the unknown, to be able to conquer the obstacles and know that you will become stronger on the other side. That ability to just know that you can handle and deal with and figure out what's going to come your way is extremely important in terms of your self-trust. There's so much unknown out there. You don't know how things are going to unfold, but you really have to be able to trust yourself to be able to manage it and to handle it. And that is one of the most important, forms of self-trust. And it is something that can be built. It is a skill set. It is something that can be developed. And that's something we're going to look at today. Number one is to befriend failure and to be able to frame it as feedback. Every loss, every stumble, everything that you may deem as failure or a step back is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become better. And the ability to really build trust in yourself is to reframe it, to see it that way, and then to focus on what you can do and what you will need to do in order to really now take what you have learned and now implement it and work on it and develop it so that you can be better in the future. And that's really, really important, is to understand that failure is disguised as a stepping stone and is disguised as a way to ultimately help you become better. And the athletes that are great understand this. They understand that to be great, they have to, in one sense, quote unquote, fail more. And so in order to really be able to befriend failure, you really have to reframe it, see it as feedback, see it as a necessary part of the process, and that feedback is necessary to your ultimate growth and ultimately helping you become the athlete that you want to become. Number two is celebrate the small victories. And I have said this in a number of my past videos, but really being able to focus in on the small victories, not waiting for those big moments, those big victories to happen to really build your confidence and to build your trust in yourself is really, really important. Trust is built through small moments. And you have to be able to recognize these small moments, to acknowledge them, and to see them each and every day, because that's what's going to create that foundation of trust, and to see that you can do things, whether it's overcoming a small obstacle, finally really making something click within your technical skill set. These are all little things that are going to ultimately make you more confident and trust yourself more to be able to get to that place where you know you can handle that unknown and to conquer the obstacles in the future, because you've built a foundation and you built an extremely strong foundation that you can stand off of when those maybe bigger moments do present themselves to you, or those bigger obstacles get presented to you, and being able to handle them. And then number three is to train in adversity. So if we want the skill of self-trust to be able to trust that we can handle the unknown, handle the obstacles that are going to come our way, to be able to figure them out, to be able to overcome them, we have to actually train ourselves to do so. And that's going to help us to be able to believe in ourselves that we can, for those moments in the future that we don't know or are unknown for us in terms of what's going to happen or when things are maybe going to happen. And you can do this in your training. You can do little things just to create some form of adversity for you. And it can be pretty much anything that's really going to just make you uncomfortable, stretch you. And you may already be doing this. A lot of the athletes that I talk to already have this woven within their training. Their coaches, whether it's for their specific sport or their strength coaches, have created that type of adversity for them. But then now it's really about seeing it and recognizing and acknowledging the adversity that you are overcoming on a day-to-day basis in your training, and that you had to figure it out. When you do acknowledge it, when you do see it and accept it, then that's going to help build that trust that you're going to be able to figure these things out in the future that you don't know what they might be, or what the future does hold for you. And as I said, being able to build that self-trust that you can figure out and be okay moving into those unknown aspects. As I mentioned, that ability to really just have that self-trust about overcoming those obstacles and facing those unknowns, which is the future, is so important and is paramount to your ability as an athlete to really be able to perform and to have that confidence that you need to be able to perform. And these are three ways that you can do so. They can help you build that foundation, create the building blocks for you, but you got to put in the work, you got to put in the focus, and to really understand that these small things that you're doing, whether it's focusing on the small wins or focusing in on overcoming and purposely creating that adversity for yourself, being able to reframe failure is really going to help give you that ability to trust yourself and to be unwavering in that trust as you head into your bigger moments and where you want to go with your athletic journey.